you over the next 30 something minutes. And in general, I was always thinking a little bit different. Maybe you know it from yourself when you sit in school and you think to yourself, I don't feel like I fully belong here. Or then you start studying and think to yourself, isn't there another way? Or then you start the job life and you think to yourself, this should it be for the rest of my life? And for me, it happened pretty early that I was thinking different. When I was 16, I was very bad in school. Like I was a complete failure in school. This is what I can tell you. Like on one single day, 3 teachers called my mom because I was failing the classes. And my mom, she got furious. She was looking at me, she was saying, Sascha, is there anything, you know, these things came out of her throat. Is there anything else we should know about this school situation right now? And I was like, no, I don't think so. I think that's it. 30 minutes later, teacher number 4 called. So this was me being in school pretty bad. And at the same time, I was completely addicted to playing video games. I even still have it. My old headset. I haven't used it for years, but this is like, hey, him and me, we were like best friends. In my whole life, not my whole life, but in my whole youth, I was playing football, I was playing video games, and I had to go to school, obviously. And when I was 16, I the first time typed into Google how to make money online. Because already back then in school, I was curious. I was thinking to myself like, there has to be another way. I mean, my whole family is employed. So some about self-employment or business owners or investors. Far from it, everyone in my family was employed. But I was typing into Google and then was researching, and then I got the first glimpse of hope. Do you know this moment when you research a little bit and you get this tiny bit of hope, this feeling of, wow, maybe there is a way, maybe this could work, maybe I could live a life independently, completely in freedom. So already age 16, I was trying my first online business. I started doing affiliate marketing. It was 9 years ago. It was one of the big things back then in the online business world. Affiliate marketing was the big hype, like the solution to become financially independent. So obviously, I tried to do affiliate marketing. I spent a lot of money. I mean, I was 16, I maybe spent 200 euros, but back then it was a lot of money being 16 on ads. And I sold single products. Then I quit on my first online business idea. Then I tried different things, like obviously you always come around dropshipping as well, but then I found out, okay, I'm the manager for logistics, for customer service, for marketing, for nearly everything. This is not a business that I want to truly make. So it was the second failure. And then I had a lot of other things. I looked a little bit into trading. I looked into agency business, more like copywriting agency, not that much social media agency back in the days. I was even buying, this was the biggest failure I ever did. I bought a sales academy for like 6,000 euros. It was nearly all the money I had, 6,000 euros, because I got sold that good that this is the ticket into freedom. 6,000 euros. And the academy was like senseless, so bad, and I didn't earn anything with it. And I had a lot of failures. I mean, with sales, 1 year later, I had a little bit with it, but not a lot. But I had a lot of failures. And also with this business. The business I want to show you was my 7th online business. 7th. And after 4 months, I earned 0 money. 0 customers, 0 partners, nothing. After 4 full months trying to build this business. And it was 4.5 years ago when I nearly quit. And it's crazy because now with this business we built more than 30,000 customers. I have a residual income stream of more than 20,000 euros a month, between 22 and 30 something I would say. I've been able to travel the whole world. I lived in Cyprus for a few months, in Dubai, in Mexico, in Zanzibar, in Marbella, I was in Thailand, next week we go to Bali, and I don't know what other places I've been to over the last years. And I could really fulfill the dream I had being 16 years old just being able to live independently in freedom. So now the big question is, why is it specifically designed for Gen Z? Before we now go into the actual topic. Specifically designed for Gen Z because of my grandmother. Yes, maybe I have to repeat it. This presentation is here because of my grandmother. She was 88, yes, 88, when I visited her. It was January 2023, before I went to Zanzibar for 6 weeks. And I was visiting her. It was difficult having conversations with her because she got Alzheimer's disease. So for the past 2 years, we didn't really have a conversation. It was just saying anything to each other. And when I said bye to her, I told her, hey, grandmother, so grand. I'm going to Africa for the next 2 months. So it will be a little bit of a time before we see each other again. And then she looked at me like she was fully present. Although she had the Alzheimer's disease and she was like never present, in this moment she was fully present. And she looked me in the eyes and she said to me, Sascha, you know, you're doing everything right. She's in the first part, she only said, Sascha, you're doing everything right. Do you know that? She said. And I was like, thank you, but what exactly you mean? I was like, what do you actually mean? What I'm doing right? I don't know. And then she repeated, yeah, Sascha, you know, you do your thing. She had no idea about internet, but she knew that I was earning my money with it. You do your thing, you travel the world, you just do your own thing. You know, when I was in your age, I didn't even had the opportunity doing the same thing as you do today. You never had this opportunity being your age. So, you're doing everything right, never stop doing it. Phew. Pretty good from an 88-year-old woman having Alzheimer's disease. I had tears in my eyes, honestly. And then I thanked her. I turned around, went out of the room, not knowing that this was the last conversation I had with her, because 3 months later, she died on Alzheimer's disease. And I wished that she would have added one more line to the sentence, which would have been, Sascha, you know, we never had this opportunity, so doing everything right, never stop doing it, and inspire other people your age to do the same. This would have been the dream scenario. But I mean, we can just add it, right? So this is why we're doing this specifically for Gen Z. Because I am Gen Z. I am born in the year 2000. I have a lot of friends being in my age. I know a lot of people being my age. And I can really feel that our generation is special, is unique. We are different. You know, we are the first generation having those possibilities to make a living online. Also our parents, yeah, they had this possibility, but not being 18 or 20. Only the early adopters, and not even them, to be honest. So we're the first generation of whole humanity with that potential. And also we understand that it's possible to break out of the rat race. We know it is possible to live your life on your own terms. We know that. You know, the generations before us, they were so framed, they had so strong belief systems that there is no other way. And honestly, back then, when you wanted to build a traditional business, you had to invest like 50,000 euros to start with, or maybe even more. We don't have that. So I think it's an important thing to show people in our age what's possible. That we shouldn't disadvantage ourselves with those possibilities, because how many people in our age use this thing to be addicted to scrolling, becoming depressed, don't have any drive anymore, just addicted to easy dopamine. But at the same time, with this thing and those possibilities, those technologies we have nowadays, you can build an empire. Not only for you, but for your whole family and the next generations to come. So what I want to do in this presentation, I just want to give you the big picture. I don't want to go into detail with every single product, not into detail how exactly the business works. I mean, I will go into how the business works, but not every single detail, because I think you don't need it. And if you want to know it, then you have someone who invited you to this presentation. This presentation is really to give you the big picture, to give you the thoughts of someone who had 6 online businesses, which he failed with, and now this being business number 7, why it's just such an amazing opportunity. And first of all, I really want you to understand that for me, one thing was always important. Okay, not always, but over the years, I learned that this is for me one of the most important things. And it is that I don't want to earn money in the short term with my job or with the thing that I do. I don't want to earn money in the short term, but I want to build an income stream for the long term. Even if you love your job, and I was working as a personal trainer, I really loved working as a personal trainer. It was a lot of fun, but I was working for 9 euros an hour in Austria, which is like nothing. And I was thinking, every single hour that I invest my life into this job, I'm earning 9 euros, but tomorrow it's gone again. Like if I do my saving accounts, I understand, but this 1 hour, I got 9 euros and that's it, nothing more. What if I use those hours to build something residual, where I can get paid and paid and paid and paid and paid all over again, and not only one time? What an empire could I build over the years? And this is my thought process on how to really become financially free. And maybe you know a book called The Millionaire Fast Lane. I don't know if you have heard it, maybe yes, maybe not. I can highly recommend it. I mean, basically the key message is, Millionaire Fast Lane, the key message is, focus 3 to 5 years, fully focus 3 to 5 years on building an income stream, which lasts, in the best case, for the rest of your life. This is the key message of the whole book. So maybe you can save the 20 hours reading this book if you understand the key message. And then I learned some other important things about when you want to build a business. Start with the end in mind, really think through the business, about the positive sides, about the challenges behind it. And for myself, I found out 5 important things that a business must have, so it's worth for me to invest my time into it. Number 1, it needs a huge long-term potential. Number 2, there need to be the possibility of scalability, of leverage. Number 3, there has to be a possibility of building a residual income stream and not always having to work and trade your time for money. Number 4, for me, clearly it needs a purpose and impact. And number 5, it still has to be valid or important 50 years from now. Because I don't want to build a hype business to earn money for the next 7 years, then everything crashes because it was just a hype, and then I have to build one again. This is not the way we want to build a long-term business, right? So really go through these 5 points as well. I just mentioned them very briefly here. And I will also cover with you the product concept, the company behind the product concept and the business, and how the business concept works, big picture speaking. But first of all, after failing with so many different online businesses, after learning those 5 points that for me are essential for building an online business, I found the 7th opportunity. And the 7th opportunity gave me all of those 5 checkboxes. The 7th opportunity gave me the hope again. And the 7th opportunity was something I never wanted to do because it was network marketing. And honestly speaking, maybe your first thought is similar to mine back then. Oh, network marketing. Isn't this the thing where everyone is so hyped from the products and everyone is saying you need those products, otherwise you die tomorrow? I mean, over exaggerating here, but you know what I mean. Isn't network marketing this pyramid scheme where other people have to buy products every single month so that the others on top getting paid? Isn't network marketing something where you work with overpriced products? All of these things went through my mind, honestly speaking. So I wasn't that pleased about that business opportunity. But I was hungry. I was committed and I was really hungry to build my own business. And I failed with those 6 different ones. And I didn't like them that much, to be honest. They didn't check all the 5 boxes. So I was putting away my ego and my skepticism and I was researching. I was researching the difference between a legal and a professional network marketing company and an illegal pyramid scheme, which are around in the internet. So it's good when you have a skepticism, it's good when you're a little bit critical, it's good when you really research for yourself, find out the differences, and when you get the opportunity with a network marketing business, that you really dig deep and check for yourself, is this a valid business? Does this check the 5 checkboxes? Is it really professional? And after knowing all these differences, I fell in love with network marketing. And now I can truly and honestly say that in my opinion, and I know so many people in the online business world, especially my age, I know so many different online businesses, really, really good. And in my honest opinion, for us Gen Z, network marketing is by far the best business opportunity you can get for the rest of your life. That's my honest belief that I can share. And I gave you some reasons already. I will go a little bit deeper. But one last word about network marketing. Because one, also not a friend of mine, but we know each other. He has also his own online business. And he told me, Sascha, you know, you're the only one I know in our age that is succeeding with network marketing. And I was asking him back, okay, how many people do you know in our age that have really committed building a network marketing business for 12 months? How many people you know that stayed with network marketing for 12 months? I was the only one. All the others he knew who failed with network marketing quit after a few weeks or maybe after 3 to 4 months. If I quit after 4 months, I was working for months on zero money. I would be the same. And it's the same like with the gym. I was a personal trainer. I saw so many people signing up in our gym. I saw them the first week, some of them the second week, some of them the third week, but only a few of them, maybe 5%, I saw after 12 months still. Then it's interesting. The 95% who quit going to the gym within the first months, after 1 year, they had exactly the same shape and condition. Maybe even a little bit worse. Those who stayed committed for 12 months going to the gym, they transformed the shape big times. Like crazy. How your body can transform in 12 months. Now, question. Is it the fault of the gym that those 95% couldn't change the shape? Or is it their fault because they didn't keep on doing it for 12 months? And it's the same with network marketing. Network marketing is one of the easiest business to join because you don't need a high starting invest like with other businesses. It's so easy to join, it's so easy to quit. But just know for yourself that I don't know a lot of people who stay committed for 12 months and didn't succeed building this business. But I know a lot of people who after 12 months network marketing earned more money here than in their full-time job. And for that full-time job, they went to school for 12 years. They maybe even studied or university for 5 to 8 years. Or they did some other job. How do you call it even? I have no idea. I was never in a real job, to be honest, except from being a personal trainer. But some people, they took years to learn how their job works. And here, it takes them 1 year learning how network marketing works, and they can earn more money than in their job. Is it working for everyone all the time? No. But has it worked for a lot of people? Yes, I can say so because I can see it in the back office. So when we talk about network marketing, the most important thing is the product concept. Because the business can be great, the compensation plan, the company can be good, but if the product concept is not good, don't start this business. Because the product concept is the most important thing. Because in network marketing, you want to get paid for happy end customers who do nothing with the business, who just use the products because they are so good. That's what you want to get paid for in network marketing, because then you know you have a stable business. And what we are doing with the company we work with Zinzino, as you maybe know already the name, we fulfill the first checkbox of our 5. Because the first thing was long-term potential. And maybe you know the book Blue Ocean Strategy. If not, let me give you a few examples and then you know already what it's about. Back then, Nokia, the phone with the buttons, maybe some of you can remember it was my first phone, being 25 now. And now it's smartphones, mainly Apple. Back then, watching TV, now streaming Netflix. Back then, buying books in a bookshop, We are too young for that. But 50 years ago it was like this, or 40 years ago, or even 30 years ago. Now ordering on Amazon. So these are just 3 examples. And they all did the same thing. They didn't say we create even better products, but they said, hey, we have a big industry here, the book industry, the mobile phone industry, and the TV entertainment industry. We don't create a better product, we create a new standard, a new way how this industry works. And this is why they are so big. And this is called the blue ocean strategy. That you don't try to become better, but become different and more innovative. And those are the companies who transform the world, basically. And this is exactly what we are doing with Zinzino, with that tool here. We are in the health, in the supplement industry. Maybe you know how nearly everyone nowadays is taking supplements because they want to improve their health. But they don't know what they really need. They don't know how much they need. They don't even know if the products they spend their money on work or not. So we have the solution. We have 1.5 billion people taking supplements. There are 200 billion US dollars in revenue made every single year just with supplements. A $200 billion a year market. And we don't say, hey, we have even better products than all of the other 20,000 companies. We are the first ones who say, wanna maybe do a blood test from home, just prick your finger, take 2 blood spots, send it to the lab and see based on the last 4 months of your nutrition, your supplements, how it looks like in your cells, in your body. And if you have deficiencies, order the product online with our company, take them for 4 months, and then do a second test and see what changed. Isn't that amazing? When I heard that concept, a light bulb installed in my brain, or however you say in English, I'm from Austria, I don't know. But I was thinking, this is amazing. This will be in every single household, for sure. So we can have a big impact for other people. And at the same time, we can earn a lot of money because people already spend money for supplements. Why shouldn't they switch to test-based? It's like if you are 15, you're in the year 2010, most people still have a Nokia phone, and you go to them, I don't find my iPhone, and you go to them with an iPhone and you tell them, hey, do you maybe want to switch your Nokia for an iPhone for nearly the same price? It's a no-brainer for the customer. So this product concept is amazing. What exactly do we measure? This is a little bit much into detail because we don't measure everything yet, but we measure the maybe most important thing or the biggest thing for your health, the omega-3 to omega-6 balance. I don't want to go into detail why it's important, but you can ask ChatGPT. Why is omega-3 to omega-6 ratio important? And you will find out it's important for everything in your health. No matter if your heart health, if it's regarding your eyes, if it's regarding building more muscles, sleeping better, hormones, also mental health problems and so on. Like everything in your body is based on that balance. That's like the thing for your overall health. And we know after doing 1.5 million tests over the past 13 years that 97% are deficient in omega-3. So if we give this test to 100 people, 97 of them will see for themselves on their test result that they see the product, that they need the product, that they have a deficiency. What do you think will happen if people see black and white they have deficiencies, that they could improve their health with the product? Obviously, they will take it. That's exactly what we have been experiencing for the past 15 years. But it doesn't stop with that. We have a dried blood spot test, same way, working with vitamin D, with the gut health, with, oh no, it's tricky, HbA1c, and the more tests to come. So Zinzino is the one company saying, hey, in the future there will be one test where we can measure everything. And before you take supplements blindly, what people do nowadays, make this one test, see what you really need, order the products, take them for 4 months, do a second test and see what changed in your body. And this is the reason why Zinzino, in my opinion, can be such a strong brand name like Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Tesla, Uber. Because Zinzino is creating a new standard in the supplement industry. They're the pioneers, the innovators. They're the ones who set this new way of working with supplements. By the way, 15 years ago, nearly no one knew Apple. 15 years ago, Amazon wasn't that big. 15 years ago, I think Netflix didn't even exist. Crazy, what can happen in 15 years? Just imagine Zinzino being in 15 years one of those big brands, and you're now maybe 23, I don't know, in 15 years, you're 38. And you could be part of building an empire over the next 10 to 15 years. So disregarding the product concept, I think, as said, the most important thing, people already spend money on their health, which is good because we have a lot of health problems going on, but then please do it scientifically proven and not pure luck with taking anything blindly into your body. I also think, same thing like now we say, how could you live 15 years ago with a Nokia phone? If you wanted to send one message, it took 10 minutes because of the buttons. How could you watch TV with the advertisements in between instead of Netflix? This was pure, like, how could you do that? It was, nobody wants to watch the advertisements, but we had to. How could you buy everything in the stores and nothing on Amazon? How could you live like that? This was 20 years ago. In the next 10, 15, 20 years, people will say, why did you take supplements without knowing what you actually really need? You just took things into your body without knowing if you need them and if they do you good. People will talk like this 15 years from now. And we are the ones creating the change. So point number 2, the company. Which company is behind it? The product concept can be amazing. If you can't trust a company, don't build a business with it. Just imagine you decide in a network marketing company, okay, with this product concept, I want to build a big business for the rest of my life. But you don't know anything about the company. And then you find out after 8 years, oh, the founders are not very reliable. And 12 years went by and the company closes its doors because something happens, because you can't trust them. This is what I like with Zinzino, because Zinzino, point number 1, is from Sweden. There's so many companies out there from places where we don't have a big trust. In Sweden, I think we have a lot of trust. It's a publicly traded company. That's maybe the most important thing, because you can dig deep into the company. You can look at every yearly report, quarter report, monthly reports. So they have to publish every single sales report. So you can see the numbers black and white. You can't do that with a lot of network marketing companies. That's the big problem. But here you can check the numbers yourself, and then you can decide, okay, do I trust the company? Do I trust the numbers? Do I trust how they are developing? And if you type into Google Zinzino latest sales report, you will be very happy with the numbers. I can tell you that. But don't just believe myself. Figure it out for yourself and take your time to research a little bit. Maybe also use ChatGPT or whatever tool you want to use. And the company has been around for 20 years, since 2005. So it's not a company which is a startup where you never know, will it succeed, will it fail, but it is well established for 20 years. And even better, every single year they had a positive growth. There was not one single year where they didn't grow. How many companies can you tell me that had a steady growth the last 20 years, every single year, 20 times in a row? There are not many companies on the whole world that can say something like that. So this also shows you that this concept is just the next big thing, because they're growing and growing and growing and growing. And then the business concept. And the business concept, although I wasn't that pleased about it when I first thought about it, now I love it even more. Maybe some of you know one specific book. It changed my whole life. I read it pretty early. I read it when I was 17 actually, but I forgot what I read in this book. And I read it again when I was around about 20, when I was looking into this network marketing opportunity. And the book is called Rich Dad Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. I can imagine that a lot of people know this book because it's like the book for normal people like you and me that shows you how to think a little bit outside of the box when it comes to money, when it comes to making money, when it comes to being in a job or doing your own thing. So I was reading the book, and here's another book that is called The Business of the 21st Century. I was also reading this book. And in this book, he basically describes network marketing. In Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki's opinion, network marketing is like the business opportunity in our century. And one sentence of this book, both of the books, they have the sentence inside, stick to my mind still to this day. And it was, I would rather get paid 1% on the effort of 100 people, instead 100% only on my own efforts. I wasn't quite sure if I understood it back then, but after I was in my first sales job, I understood it. Because I was in a sales job, I was a setter and closer, it's called, if you know it. So I was doing phone calls, I was getting prospects to someone above me in the hierarchy actually, and if he sold him something, I got also paid. And then I was doing the closings also myself, and if I sold something, I got paid. And then I was thinking, it's interesting, because as soon as I stop working, I don't have any income anymore. As soon as I stop selling things, I have no income anymore. That's not building something. Like I said, for me it's important to build an income stream for the long term. I was earning money for the short term. And I was thinking, that's not the thing I want to do. Then I thought a little bit further apart, because the guy above me, I wasn't his only setter, I wasn't his only closer, he had a lot of setters, and he had, I think, 6 to 7 closers. And I was thinking, wait a minute, he gets paid for everything that we are doing. That's amazing, I want to be like him. I want to be like him. So we're having a talk, and I was asking him if I can do the same like him, so that I also get my own setters and closers. He said no, because there are not enough commissions that can get paid out. But then I was seeing network marketing. I was thinking, actually, that's like that. Because in network marketing, of course, you can sell the products. For example, if you're a nutritionist, and every single day you have customers sitting in front of you who need this, it's amazing for you. You can sell so many products, you can earn a lot of money while giving him a tool that improves his health. It's like a win-win situation. That's what we want to have with selling. We don't want to sell people, we don't want to sell stuff to people just to sell something and earn money. We want to sell stuff to people to improve their life in one or the other way. And then when we get a commission for it, it's a win-win situation. But what, and this is one way how we can work with the company. But what if you don't have every single day people sitting in front of you that needs the product? For example, when I was 20, when I started, I was a personal trainer, true, but we had lockdowns, so I didn't have any contact with people in the gym. Then I quit my job as a personal trainer pretty quickly. And then I was like thinking, oh, I don't know a lot of people who could use this product. If I want to earn like 5 figures a month, I need thousands of customers. So option number 2 got really attractive. I had the possibility to recruit my own sales partners, or business partners, or community partners, or however you want to call it, or your own, no, setters and closers is a wrong wording, but you know what I mean. So I could recruit other nutritionists, personal trainers, people in my age who also want to build their own online business. I could recruit mothers who just wanted to make money from home. I could recruit like everyone who saw this as a good business opportunity. And for everything they did, I got also paid. In general, 10 to 15%, without going too much into detail. But this is amazing, because 1% on 100 people was the wording of Robert Kiyosaki. Here we get paid not 1%, 10 to 15%. And not just for 100 people, but we can scale up to 200 people, 500, 1,000, 2,000. And now have, I think, 2,400 partners after 4.5 years. So just imagine you building a sales team, or I like to call it community. Just imagine you building a community and you get paid for everything that happens in that community. And the good news is that on average, one sales partner in Zinzino on average has 25 personal customers. So short calculation, if you have, for example, 100 partners in your team, everyone has the average of 25, you have 2,500 customers in your business. 2,500 people who just order the products, who don't do anything with the business, who are happy customers that improve their health, that stay on a subscription because it's doing good for their health, because they see in a second test that it really works, and you get paid month for month, for month, for month, for month, for month, for month again, as long as the customer stays. this is the big power we have here with Zinzino. Especially if you're young, if you're in your 20s. Just imagine you take 3 to 5 years, not to earn money in the short term, like with a lot of business opportunities, like an agency, like coaching, like trading, like dropshipping, like affiliate marketing. This all is earning money for the short term. But you decide to build an income stream for the long term. You decide to build your own sales force, let's call it like that. I like this wording a lot. And you get paid for everything they do. And the best thing, there's no responsibility that our partners order products on a monthly basis. They can even get the product for free if they have 10 customers, which is like, everyone has that. Then they can even get the product for free, but they don't have the responsibility to buy a product every single month. Like you have with a lot of other network marketing companies, which is one of those things I still don't like still today about this industry. Because I don't want to get paid for partners ordering products. I want to get paid for customers ordering the products. So, I'm not sure if you can remember the 5 things I mentioned like 20 minutes ago, something like that. But number 1 was the long-term potential. I think you see we have it with the test-based nutrition instead of taking supplements blindly. Number 2 was scalability. Scalability, I think you understood we have because you can recruit your own sales partners. You get also paid for their efforts, not only for your own. You can get paid for the efforts of thousands of people over the next years. So we have scalability. Then building a residual income stream for the long term. If customers, like Netflix starts every single month with 200 million customers, maybe even more now. And you can do here the same. People who are happy with the products, whose health gets improved through the products, they stay on a subscription, obviously. It makes sense. And if they're on a subscription, you have an income stream. And not only a one-term sale like I had back in the day selling stuff. Maybe the most important thing, we always keep the most important thing for the finish line, right? So number 4, let's say it's still valid 50 years from now. And we haven't gone into detail with this point, but I truly believe that you should look for something, especially if you're young. I mean, you can build over and over again, but I think maybe you want in your 30s, you want a little bit more time for yourself and not still hustling for building a business. So find something, which is not a hype, find something which is still important 50 years from now. And honestly, guys, health, supplements, test-based supplements, this is still valid and important 50 years from now. We work a lot with the most important nutrients like omega-3. Even if you're not a nutritionist, just understand one single thing. Every cell in your body, everything that's made in your body, no matter if your gut, if organs, if your bones, if your muscles, if your eyes, everything is based on cells and every single cell needs omega-3. Every single cell in your body needs omega-3. That's a fact, biological fact. And the next fact is 97% of people have a deficiency in omega-3. This will not change over the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. So if you build this business once, it's still important 50 years from now. You can still earn money 50 years from now. And the most important thing, and I really think it's the most important thing, is purpose and impact. And I don't know if I should take 2 minutes to go into that, because I wouldn't have understand what I'm saying now. But we think, okay, it's just about earning money, just about making money, so we don't have to go to a job, so we can live in freedom and independently. And I was exactly thinking the same, so I get this point. But I can tell you, I can assure you, if you earn money, good money, but you don't have a purpose, you're not on a mission, you don't make an impact for other people, you're just building this business to earn money, you are trapped. You are trapped in a prison of materialism. Then it's only about buying more things and buying more things and buying more things and buying more things, but you will never be really happy, honestly speaking. You maybe think, Sascha, I will be happy if I'm a millionaire. But if you go through life without a purpose, without making impact, without a mission, you won't. And I know it's so hard to believe, but you won't. And this is why I strongly believe and advise everyone that when you want to build a business, look for a business with a mission, impact, and purpose. And honestly, for example, I'm picking a little bit on trading. I know if you're doing trading, don't take it personally. It's just my own opinion. I don't like this business because on trading, there's no purpose, there's no impact, there's no helping other people. Trading is typing in numbers or reading charts and then doing the sell and buy. And how you earn money is when other people lose money with trading. This is, for example, why I don't like it, because it doesn't fulfill the most important thing, having a purpose and impact with the business. So back to Zinzino. As you can imagine, when I was looking into it, for me it was like the perfect business opportunity. And then of course the question is, how do you start this business? Because I can remember Mike is my sponsor, he brought me to Zinzino and he was just saying this one sentence, hey Sascha, we're doing tests from home for omega-3 to 6 balance. And I was in. I was like, okay, say no more, I'm in because I see the business potential with the product. And I was already reading about network marketing before. So I didn't see a presentation, I didn't know anything. I came to the Zoom call and he was like, okay, to start, we need to choose your package. I was like, what package? Don't tell me this is the same stupid thing like with the sales academy where I had to pay 6,000 euros so I can learn how to sell things and then not earning anything with these skills. But it was obviously, thanks God, different. Otherwise, I wouldn't have started. But it makes also sense. Like in every business, you have a start invest. And if people say, no, in the coaching business you don't, then I ask them, okay, how do you get clients? Yeah, by doing ads. Okay, and the ads? Who pays the ads? Yeah, I'm paying the ads. So you have to invest money for the business. Well, more or less, yes. So no matter what, trading the same. You will lose the first 1,000 euros with trading because you have to learn how it works. With dropshipping the same. You first have to invest money. You have to find out what strategy works before you will earn money. And here, it's like a gift. It's a gift. Because we have I just call it business kit. It's called in Zinzino Ultimate Partner Kit, where your only invest is 1,100 euros. And it's not for getting an education or something like that. It's for products worth more than 3,000 euros. So you invest 1,100 euros, then you get for it 10 tests, which is your way of working with the business, and products on top you can use for yourself, you can give to other people already. It's always good to have something in stock at home. And if you have after 1 year 25 customers, you even get a refund and Zinzino pays you back the money you invested for this business. In what business can you start with an invest of 1,100 euros and you can get back the money and it's worth 3,000 euros and more what you get for it? And the best thing, the mentoring, where you pay thousands of euros in other businesses, you get for free. Because you have someone who brought you into this business who wants to see you succeeding. Because if you succeed, his business succeeds. So this is maybe the most powerful thing about network marketing, that you have people who want to see you successful. That you have people daily contact with that show you how it works. That show you the way you have to go. Because in the most online businesses you start, you are alone. But here in network marketing, you have a lot of people being interested in your success. So this is why I really, really like that way of starting a business. And to end with, because we covered a lot here, we covered my own background story, why I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of online businesses nowadays, to be honest, which 5 things we need, the long-term potential, scalability, being able to build a residual income stream instead of just earning money for the short term, having something which is still important 50 years from now, and having something which also has a purpose and impact. We have covered a lot. We have covered the product concept, being test-based nutrition. We have covered the company, being from Sweden, 20 years, listed on a stock market exchange. We have covered the business with the leverage potential, that you can recruit your own sales partners as well, build your own community, which is a lot of fun, by the way. We have covered the start invest. And maybe to end this, why do I believe, like I said in the beginning, that after all of these experiences in the online business world, I'm the strong opinion that network marketing is for us, Gen Z, by far the best business opportunity we can get. I mean, let's face it. What do we want? Gen Z wants freedom. Gen Z wants to do their own thing, you know? We don't want to be in a 9 to 5 for the rest of our life. We don't want to earn just 3,000 euros a month. We don't want to have a boss who tells us what to do. These are not the things we want to have. We want to have the possibility of earning a lot of money so we can make a lot of things possible in our life. We want to be able to make our own decisions. We want to be able to decide for ourselves when we want to work, how much we want to work, from where we want to work. We want to travel a lot. We just want to have our smartphone, here it is by the way, and our MacBook, and then we can go wherever we want. But most importantly, we also want a business with purpose and impact. I can feel it. Like 1-2 generations ago, if I talk with those people, if I talk about the job, it's never about the impact they wanted to make. It's never about the purpose they were looking inside themselves. It was only about paying the bills. And a big thank you to all of those generations before us that did this. Thank you for all those generations before us that brought us to this point where we are, that gave us those possibilities we Gen Z have nowadays. But the most beautiful thing about Gen Z is you can feel that so many people in our age, so many people in our generation, not only want the freedom, not only understand that it's possible to get this freedom, but they want to make an impact. And I think that's such an amazing thing that so many young people nowadays are already thinking, what's my purpose? What impact do I want to make for other people? And I really can tell you, building this business, I've been here for nearly 5 years now. I've spoken on stages in front of 4,000 people. I've traveled the whole world. We've done dozens, if not more than 100 events. We inspired so many people. We have, I think in my own team, I have more than 12, 13 people earning 5 figures a month in residual income stream. I have more than 80 people in my team earning more money now than in their job. We have so many people succeeding. And 30,000 customers and more. We have so many amazing customer testimonials. So the impact you make with building this business, the impact you make with building your own long-term income stream by having fun working in the community is just mind-blowing. I couldn't have imagined it 4.5 years ago. And I will also forever be thankful that I didn't quit after failing 6 times. I will forever be thankful for my grandmother to plant that seed into my mind, to inspire other Gen Z people to do the same thing with their life and not only to live in a 9 to 5 like it was usual. So this was what I wanted to share with you in this Facebook Live. 50 minutes. I wanted to make it 45, but sometimes I talk a little bit longer than needed. But I hope you could get some things out of this. Even if you don't start with this business, it's fine. I hope you could remember a few points that are, in my opinion, very important about building a business. But I'm pretty sure if you belong not to the 95% who sign up in a gym and then quit going to the gym, but if you belong to the 5% of people who, when they decide something, when they commit something, that they stay with it for 12 months, then you will be very, very, very happy that you made this decision. 1 year from now, you will thank yourself that you made this decision to really stay committed with that business for the next 12 months. And then I'm so much looking forward to see you in the future at one of our events. Will be a lot of fun. So from wherever you are in the world, have a good evening. It was a pleasure that you were here and hopefully see you soon.